My name is Jackie Terry. And what if I told you every time you hit the record button on your camera, right, you actually bend reality, right? And truthfully, they actually say the camera doesn't lie, right? But in reality, that's a lie itself. My lens changes the world the moment I point it, right? So the moment I point this lens at somebody, it changes the world. So have you ever wondered why people switch up the second the red light comes on, right? You know, they quickly change their behavior. You know what that is? That's actually quantum energy. And that's not a coincidence, right? And I'm gonna break it down in this video. This video is about to get really deep. So you guys already know who I am. I'm Jackie Terry. And when I pick up that camera, baby, I don't just film moments. I collapse them into existence, right? Let me say that again. I just don't film moments. I collapse them in existence, right? That's quantum energy. Come on. This is going to be a really interesting video. So I want y'all to hit that subscribe button and really tap into what I'm about to say, because it's about to get really deep. I want to show you in this video, this is my main goal, is to show you how photography and videography works on a quantum physics level in real time. You know, I'm deep into science, so I love talking about this stuff, especially when it comes to my career. So let me break it down to you like this. So when I walk into an event or a shoot, I'm not just capturing what's there at all. I'm not. I'm collapsing possibilities into a single reality. And I know you're like, what are you talking about? I want you to really think about this, right? So before you pull out the camera, people act normal, calm, chill, themselves. But the second that lens locks in, everything shifts, right? Everything shifts. Their energy, it actually changes. Their personality switches. Some smile, some stiffen up, some even hide. And that's not random. You know what that is? That's observation in motion. You see, in quantum physics, they call it the observer effect, right? Let it really sink in. It means the moment you observe something, you change it. The act of watching alters what's being watched. Do you get my drift? Follow me on this. That's exactly what happens in front of the camera, right? The lens becomes the observer. And the subject, the person, reacts by creating a new version of themselves. Come on. And here's the part most people will never realize, right? As a photographer or a videographer, you're not just taking pictures, right? You're not. You're directing energy, right? Every time I take my camera out, I'm directing energy. Every time I take my camera out, I'm controlling the emotion, the pacing, the tone. You decide whether the moment feels raw, calm, or electric, right? You decide. You're the conductor of reality, shaping human behavior through presence alone, man. For real. Each time you walk in as a photographer or a videographer, you're shaping human perception by your presence alone. So I know this might sound a little confusing, but let me break it down very simple, right? You see, humans crave approval. When the camera turns on, our brain lights up like we're being judged. So we put on a show, right? And what I mean by put on a show, right? Some people smile harder, right? Others pose, right? Some act tough, or, some even act shy, right? For real. You know what that is? That's mirror neurons and social adaptation kicking in. It's all human nature, man. That's why, as a photographer, videographer, you got to study psychology, man. But if you don't understand this as a creator, you cannot guide it, right? You have to know these things. You can shift your tone, your body language, your energy, and instantly change the entire mood of the shoot. Trust me, I do it all the time. I know you see my videos when I'm out and about. That's why great photographers, we don't just take pictures. You know what great photographers actually do? We shape emotion, right? When I'm taking pictures, I'm shaping emotions every time I step in. So when I'm behind the lens, I'm reading energy. I'm studying body language, emotion, breath, rhythm, and tone, man. I'm observing everything, right? I'm studying it all, especially emotion and body language. I'm deciding which version of reality I want to bring to life, because every shot freezes a dimension that could have gone 1,000 different ways, man. Let me say that again. Every shot freezes a dimension that could have gone 1,000 different ways, man. So I want to talk to y'all, man. I like to ask y'all questions, right? So let me ask you something for real. When you take a selfie, right? When you take a selfie on your phone or your camera, do you act the same way when you do it when nobody's watching, right? I mean, let it sink in. Come on, let that really sink in. You see that little shift you feel? That's quantum energy. That's your quantum change, right? You are actually collapsing who you think you are into, who you want the world to see, right? Now multiply that by a full production, right? Like I got right now. I got studio lights and multiply that by a full production, lights, audience, energy, just multiply it, right? And you start to realize this. Being a cameraman isn't just technology. Being a cameraman isn't just technological, right? It's spiritual. It's about awareness. It's about timing. It's about emotion. The power to turn observation into creation, right? So, the next time, right, I lift any camera, or you lift any camera, I really want you to understand this, right? Understand this. I'm not just filming. I'm freezing time, shifting behavior, and bending possibilities, man. Every frame you see from me, that's a universe that only existed because I chose to observe it. Man, it gets deep, bro. My name is Jackie Terry. And like I said, man, I just don't record, man. I just don't record reality. You know what I do? I create it. And let me ask you this. If one camera can change the way people act, then what can quantum energy do, right? Think of the energy and frequency of your camera as a portal. You see, that's why I'm always constantly talking in front of my camera. You see, hyping people up, because I understand energy, man. I understand it. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transmuted, right? That's the power of Einstein. That's the quote, right? So when I speak to somebody through the lens, I'm not just motivating them, man. I'm transmitting energy straight through vibration, right? You see, when I'm hyping people up, getting them excited, making them smile, my voice becomes a frequency. That frequency vibrates through the air, bounces off the camera, hits the subject, and locks itself into the emotion of that shot, right? That's why every picture I take, people look natural, they look happy. It's like the camera becomes a tuning fork, right? For the universe. Every word I speak, every moment I make, every emotion I feel is all coded into light, sound, and emotion, man. That's why when you look at powerful pictures, right, you can feel the day it was taken, the vibe, the love, the passion, the confidence. You can actually feel that, man. Because I'm going to tell you, that photo isn't just a moment. You know what that photo actually is in quantum physics, quantum energy? That photo is actually stored vibration, man. It's stored energy that you can go back and look at any time and create an emotion. You can get a feeling from that photo, man. It gets deep, man. So let me break it down, right? You see, energy never dies. It just changes its form, man. So when I'm behind the camera, I'm taking emotional energy, whether it's joy, hype, or pain, and I'm shaping it into the image, right? I'm shaping it a story. I'm shaping the cinematic moment, right? You know what that is? That's actually alchemy. We as Black people are alchemists. We create anything. We visualize art. When we're a photographer, videographer, man, we're not just recording. We're transforming emotion into form. When I hype up a model, I'm transferring my energy to theirs. If I bring peace, they reflect peace. If I bring intensity, they reflect intensity. That's how I control the tone of a shoot. Not by force, never by force, but by frequency control, right? So this is where quantum physics and photography start to overlap again, man. Because when two particles interact, no matter how far apart, their states become linked forever, right? That's called, in quantum physics, that's called quantum entanglement. And that's exactly what happens between a photographer and a subject. Once that connection is made, it's locked in. Even when the shoot is over, that energy remains entangled in the frame, right? That connection remains entangled. I'm forever connected with these people. They contact me. They want to do more work. That's quantum entanglement. That's why months later, someone can look at a photo and feel something. Because emotion is still vibrating from that image, right? I'm talking to you on a deeper level when it comes to this photography stuff, when it comes to this videography. That's why I'm able to be so successful, because I understand the universal laws and quantum physics. It's deep, man. Now, here's where it gets even deeper, right? When I'm preparing for a shoot, I'm not just getting ready in the third dimension, right? The third dimension, for people that don't know, is space, time, and matter, right? It's the physical world, right? The lowest dimension you could be in, right? You know what I'm tapping into, though? I'm not tapping into the third dimension. I'm tapping into the fourth dimension, the realm of frequency and perception, right? That's the fourth dimension. See, in that higher space, time doesn't move the same, right? It doesn't. You've been there before, right? You've been there before. That moment when you're in the zone, when you lose track of time, when everything just flows, right? You be at work and you're like, hey, wait a minute, time just flew by. No, you're in the fourth dimension when that happens. And that's not adrenaline. That's vibrational synchronicity, right? That's vibrational synchronization. It's your mind syncing with the higher dimension of creativity, right? You're in that flow state, man, where space and time doesn't matter. See, that's where true photographers live, man. We live in that fourth dimension. We see angles before they exist. We feel motion before they show, right? We anticipate energy before it even enters the frame. I'm living in the fourth dimension. I'm already tapped in, baby. The camera becomes an extension of our consciousness, right? I want y'all to say that with me. The camera becomes an extension of our consciousness. Every time I lift it, right? Every time I lift this camera, I'm stepping into a space where I can freeze energy into stillness. I can slow time. I can bend it, twist it, and make it internal. That's the fourth dimension work. That's the spiritual physics in motion. Man, I hope this video is making you look at photography and videography a different way, man. You see, this is all a mind and field connection, man. And when I say I tap into that frequency, I mean literally I tap into it. My thoughts become my light, man. My intent becomes focus and my emotion becomes direction, right? That's how you assess different realities, man. Because the truth is, there's not one version of a shoot. There's never one version of a photo shoot or a videography shoot. There are infinite versions, and there's infinite versions happening simultaneously, happening all at once, right? Everything's happening all at once. Everything. Each one depends on your energy, though, right? If I come in drained, I'll collapse a dull reality. If I come in charged and alive, I collapse a powerful reality, man. So everything with me is intentional. I raise my energy before I shoot. I play music, I laugh with my subjects, I remind them they're beautiful, man. Because all of it is frequency collaboration, right? That's all it is, man. I'm combining my frequency with theirs to raise their energy, man. I'm giving them my energy. That's how you build a multiverse of emotion through art, man. Every frame becomes a portal to a different version of the truth. Let me say that again. Every frame becomes a portal of a different version of the truth. I want to explain this to you on scientific terms, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about emotional resilience, right? When a photographer observes a subject, the observation itself changes the subject's behavior. That's the observer effect, right? When I point this camera at somebody, they could be normal, right? They be doing their thing, but when I point that camera at somebody, they immediately change their behavior, right? You see, our emotion that we dictate is an energy field. It's a moment, right? If my energy is high and hyped, I can send my frequency over to the next person, the subject I'm taking a picture of, and they will create that same frequency. These are mirror neurons. I give them affirmations. You're beautiful. Girl, you look good. Man, you got it going. Oh my God. I'm complimenting on their outfit. You see what I'm doing? I know you see it in all my videos, man. I'm raising their frequency. Energy, right? Energy cannot be destroyed or created, only transmuted, right? So I'm transferring my energy. If you understand that, right? These are the words from the great Albert Einstein, man. Look it up. You can bend and control reality. You see, the fourth dimension I was talking about earlier in this video, it's invisible, man. It's an invisible language. It's a frequency, right? As a creator, you can tap into that every day. I tap into the fourth dimension every day. Before shoots, before your projects, before your conversations, you can actually align your energy and project with purpose. It could be with your purpose. A lot of the times, I travel to the fourth dimension before I even do the shoot. I already did it. I'm already determining what I'm going to wear, what cologne I'm going to wear, right? How I'm going to look, how I'm going to cut my hair, right? How I'm going to interact with the subjects days before the shoot, right? I'm already doing it. So when the shoot comes up, it's already done. You see, being a photographer and videographer isn't just about what you see, man. It's about what you emit, man. It's about what you emit to the universe. It's your intention. You are the observer. You are the energy source. You are the bridge between emotion and eternity. Every shot that you take collapses infinite versions of reality into one timeless moment. That's powerful, man. And when you move with high vibration, you don't just capture life. You know what you do? You elevate it. Man, my name is Jackie Terry, and every time I pick up this camera, I'm not recording light. I'm not. I'm transmuting energy into reality. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing when I'm picking up this camera and taking a picture, I'm transmuting energy into reality. So let me ask y'all this before we end this video. What kind of energy are you transmitting today, right? What type of energy are you transmitting every day, right? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it a scarcity mindset? Is it an abundance mindset? What type of energy are you transmuting every day? Because every time you show up, the universe takes your picture, right? Let me say that again. Every time you show up, the universe takes your picture. The universe is always listening. That's why karma, right, always will come back on a person. You know, the universe is always listening. God is always listening. So, I hope you got value from this video, man. You got to rewatch it and take notes. I'm a science freak and I love technology and I love going deeper and just to the meaning of everything. I think everything is spiritual. I'm not thinking, I know everything is spiritual, man. And when you raise your spiritual vibration, you look at the world different, man. And you realize that you yourself have the power to bend and control your own reality. It's just knowing how quantum energy works, knowing how frequency works. If you want to know more about this, right? Let's set up a meeting and I'll talk to you more about it. And I can help you raise your vibration to a higher state, to a super higher state. Everybody says, Jackie, you're always happy. You're always animated. You're always motivated. You know, I keep my energy at a super high state. And it took a while to learn, right? It took a really while to master. But once you master it, you become the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself is your future self. Because your future self is the person you want to be. So why not every day train your mind, train your body, train your spirit into the person that you want to be. I'm Jackie Terry. I love you all. God bless. And I will see you in the next video.